Hello everyone, welcome. I am the Strategy Professor, and this channel seeks to help you leverage critical thinking to develop strategies that will help you succeed in your life and to help improve the lives of those around you. So we're going to be looking at three primary subtopics in this channel. We'll be looking at writing, education, and gaming. So from a writing perspective, I would like to help everyone learn how to write stronger conclusions, write stronger introductions, structure your essay in a more effective way, research in a more effective way, integrate your research into an academic conversation so that you can improve your own respectability with your essay. From an educational standpoint, I would like to focus on ways for how we can improve this experience for both educators and for students. So we might look at topics such as how to quantify participation in a way that's going to be fair, transparent, and reasonable for both students and educators. How to potentially discipline students in a way that not only prevents behavior that might be disruptive in the classroom, but might also empower students to become leaders and help their peers succeed and get motivated to do better in the classroom, and a variety of other topics. I would also like to develop a series within the educational section for directly creating activities that students might enjoy in the classroom itself. So educators could potentially just turn on some of these YouTube videos that I develop into the classroom, and students might be able to interact with them and educators in a meaningful and interesting way. I haven't quite mapped all of that out yet, but what I have in mind is perhaps the first 5 minutes of a video outlining what I want to accomplish with the activity, how I use it in my classroom, how I think it can be effective in a variety of different curriculums, utilizing a variety of different pedagogies. So that would be the first 5 minutes, and then after that I would just go straight into the activity with pauses for students to do a writing part of the activity, or for pauses where the educator can pause the video and people can just talk about what they just learned. They can have a discussion and then they can just move right back into the video. So really I would like to be able to work with educators remotely to spread whatever the topical message is for that video. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there, and I look forward to your feedback as well to make that section as interesting and as useful as possible. And finally, I'm going to be covering games as well in this channel, and I know that perhaps seems strange from a branding perspective because video games are often thought of as antithetical to serious academic work, but I think particularly a growing amount of literature and just anecdotal experience from just what I've learned in my life is that games can actually be quite helpful for developing critical thinking, and it can be a great way to connect with the lives of students who need additional help, who perhaps are too caught up playing video games and they don't understand how to leverage what they're doing in the video games to better succeed in other areas of academia. And I think that's a real area that we can connect with students in and help them leverage critical thinking in useful ways. So I will be playing games, and I invite students to come and watch me play those games, or non-students, just game enthusiasts. And my hope is that they will learn how to think critically a little bit better, and also they will be on the same page as videos that are about how to write better, how to approach academia, how to succeed in academia. So my hope is perhaps people will come for the games, enjoy it, have a good time, and then maybe go over and check out some of the writing as well. So I think it's fantastic to have all of that in one spot, and to not be afraid to have all of that in one spot, so that students don't feel like they have to sneak around and hide the fact that they play video games, but they also want to be serious students. I think they should be allowed to do both. And so I'm hoping to provide that service for students. A little bit of background about myself. I don't like to talk too much about myself, but I know that credentials can mean quite a lot when you're trusting somebody to help you improve your writing or your education. I'm currently a fifth-year PhD at a major university in the United States. My focus is on 19th century British literature, and I look at cultural exchange between contemporary, what we call today Sri Lanka, that was called Ceylon back then, and the British Empire. So that's my specialty there. I graduated with an undergraduate in religious studies, English, and philosophy. So I have a diversity of interests, and I picked up a master's degree a few years ago in English literature, 19th century. I've also played a variety of video games over my lifetime. Most recently, I've played XCOM, XCOM 2, Total War Attila, and most recently Total War Warhammer. And I've beaten all of these games, well, not XCOM 2 yet, but I've beaten most of these games on the highest difficulty level. So I come, with quite a bit of gaming pedigree as well as pedigree with education. So I'm hoping that I can, use this pedigree to help you guys think more strategically and improve your critical thinking, and leverage that to become more successful in your lives and to help those around you also become more successful. So thank you very much for stopping by this video. I hope you enjoy the content, and I look forward to interacting with everyone in the comments soon. So have a wonderful time. It's been a pleasure broadcasting.